All right, we are here on site, on location. We are live on site at Pizza Man Pub, 50 Oswego Street in Baldwinsville, New York. And of course, WakeUpCall is here every single month. And actually, Syd Huhtala is here every single month as well. So this is the three-peat. Very happy to be here with you. I'm your host, Dan Tortora, and we are here to usher in the Baldwinsville Bees Girls Lacrosse season. Let's hear it for Baldwinsville Lacrosse. So here to usher in this season, they've just chosen their captains, and two of those captains are sitting here with me for part one of our live experience here from Pizza Man Pub. Sophia Ianno, as well as Syd Huhtala. Give them a round of applause. So, Sophia, I'm going to go to you first, since Syd has spent about 37 hours of broadcast time with me. So, what can you say about this season's team? And it's funny because Coach said to me, where do you want me to put all the girls? And I said, you can put them wherever you want to put them, but they always end up right in your face. Yeah. So your entire team is right here. What do you think about this group this season?
You know, I love this group of girls, and we have been playing together on and off since we were probably in like kindergarten, I want to say. But it's just a really hard working group of girls, and you know, I love them to death. They're my best friends forever.
Who would you consider to be your closest friend on the team?
Honestly, I wouldn't say like one in particular. You know, we're always there for each other. We love each other so much.
Fair enough. Syd, I know that you have always given me very honest answers. So do you have a favorite teammate that pushes you the most on this team?
No.
Who do you think challenges you the most, though?
There's gotta be a lot of people. There's like Carly, who like breaks me a lot. Attack, and then there's also Sophia, where you gotta keep up with her on defense. So you always have to worry. But and then there's Sam and goalie. I don't know. They're all hard.
Okay, all right. Sophia, do you have somebody that challenges you the most?
I mean, we all push each other a lot. I think, like Syd said, Carly, she always breaks my ankles, so probably her. But really the same for everyone, you know, we all push each other really hard. I wouldn't say one person in particular.
Coach, where is Coach? Right over here. All right. We do the Tell Me Something Good. I want to jump right into it. Tell me something good about Coach.
You know, like I said, Coach, at the end of the day, she's going to push me to be my best, which I always appreciate.
What has been the toughest lesson that you've learned from Coach?
I mean, I wouldn't say one in particular, but she always, I don't know, probably, yeah, to talk on defense. You know, it's always something she preaches, and I think that's an important life lesson in the sense that it's important to communicate with your peers and other people.
Fair enough. Syd?
Some
love for Coach. Let's enjoy that. All right. She took your material?
Yeah.
All right. So what do you want to say about Coach? You got to say something different now.
All right. So, Coach is really good at giving us all advice, whether it's like lacrosse advice or just like life advice. Like, even when she's yelling you, it's good advice. And, I don't know, it just teaches you to be receptive and hear what she's saying and just like learn to work with others, I guess.
Best lesson she's taught you?
I want to say communicate, but she just said that. I'm saying communicate.
Communication? All right. Who is the loudest communicator on the team?
It's almost a tie, but I think Sam gets the win with that one.
All right, Sam, where you at? Right there. Okay. Would you second that? Would you agree?
I mean, Ianno just screams her head off. So.
What do you think? Is it you or Sam?
I don't know. I mean, Sammy's voice is just so. I feel like mine's kind of like it cracks. Sammy's just doesn't crack, and it's just so loud. So I don't know. It's a toss-up.
Sammy's voice is booming. Sophie's voice is just screeching.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Yeah.
Fair enough. So this season, there's something obviously every single season to fight for. Made it to the championship last season. Bring me into, if you still feel that heading into this year, is there a chip on the shoulder this year?
Definitely, because because the second we walked into tryouts on Monday, we all felt like yesterday was the day that we lost. Like, we felt like there was no break in between and that we're ready just to go work and beat CNS.
Oh yeah.
What do you do in that middle time? Like you said, once you got into tryouts, it felt like yesterday was a championship game. In between, in these last few months, what has gone through your mind, and how impatient do you get to get back on the field?
Well, we've all been like working really hard on like developing more of lacrosse skills, which a lot of them already have, and we've all been conditioning, I'd say, pretty hard. Even if you're playing a sport or not playing a sport, everyone's been working. Like, some of them are going to trainers and stuff. Everybody's just like already mentally like ready to go and have been waiting for the season since the day it ended.
Did you say the same thing? Does it feel like it was the end of last season is right there?
Yeah, I would 100%. I mean, kind of like what Sid said, I think that game had a lot of impact on all of us and have driven us to work a lot harder and to push ourselves. So I 100% agree in the sense that we do feel like season ended yesterday, but we've been putting in the work as a team together to become better.
You get back to tryouts, get back into the swing of things. How exciting is that moment to step back on the field and know that you have another shot to have control of your destiny?
So exciting. I think I can speak for everyone that we've just been patiently waiting for the season to start, and we're just so excited to be back on the field and show what we got.
Who's the most impatient at waiting to get back on the field?
I'd probably say Sophia Ianno. I feel like she had an injury last year, so I think she's eager to get back because she's almost 100%, I would say.
Okay. Would you agree? Yeah, okay.
We all are.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's been a level of impatience? I feel like I get that from you immediately, that when you said that season just ended in your mind. You had a basketball, so you had a lot of things that have gone on here. Just, when you wear that logo, what it means to you to represent this team, to represent the rest of the girls, when you're in the community representing it as well, and you'll always be a Bee. So what does that mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, the Baldwinsville lacrosse community is amazing to begin with. We're always here for each other and everything. But I am truly honored to be wearing a Baldwinsville across my chest each and every single time I step on the field. There's a lot of greatness before us, and I hope to continue that as we play.
Best attribute of your game in your mind? Thing you do the best?
I don't know.
Normally somebody yells something out. What do you think she does the best?
Everything.
I heard everything and screen ball. Okay. What would you say?
I mean, it's like a screech, so I guess, yeah.
Okay. All right. Best thing that you do?
I'm tall.
Besides that, what you can control? You say? Knockdowns? All right. Would you agree?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. All right. Now, Sophia, last time I had Sid here, she said redheads are the best.
I don't blame her. I mean, Sid's a great person. So.
Okay. All right. Then tell me something good about each other. What's the best thing you can say about Sid?
There's so much to say. I mean, Sid always puts a smile on my face. Like, whenever I'm having a bad day, like, I can always count on Sid to make me feel better, She's just the funniest person alive. I can't lie. She just always makes me happy. It's someone I want to be around.
What is it that she does that is so funny?
I don't know. She's always cracking jokes. Like, she just got something up her sleeve to make me smile.
Okay. Sid, what would you say about Sophia?
She's your biggest hype man. Like, I don't know. Like, if you're feeling insecure, she's gonna hype you up. Before a game, she's gonna be in the middle of the dance circle, hyping everyone up. She's got all the energy.
Would you second that? Would you agree?
I mean, I do like to dance in the middle of the circle, so I'll
It may not
take
be
it.
pretty, but
Yeah, it may not be pretty, but
Are you a good hype man? Do you think that?
I guess. I don't know.
Okay. So, for you, when did it start? When did this passion for lacrosse begin?
I mean, I've been playing since I've been in like kindergarten, so probably since then. But as I've gotten older, around like the modified age, I knew that this was something I really loved and cared for. So that's when I really started to pursue it, I should say.
What is it that drives you when it comes to that? When you, like you said, at the modified age, when you really thought, hey, I want this. Where does that drive come from?
You know, I think it's just looking up to the people ahead of me, like the senior class that we had last year, and even these girls, Syd's grade. You know, I've always looked up to them, and seeing them pursue it made me want to.
Sid?
Which part?
Both of it. All of it. When did it start for you that you really had this passion, and where would you say the drive comes from?
I think it, like Fia, I started like kindergarten age, and then I think before even modified, I was playing like softball and lacrosse at the same time, and I was like to pick which one I wanted to play eventually. And all of my friends played lacrosse, and it was just like almost like a family, and I didn't want to leave that. Plus, then I started to really love lacrosse even more. And then, I don't know, I think the drive also came from some of the older girls, because just seeing them, how close they were, and how good of a team they were, because they were so close, just like made me motivated to keep going.
Who came before you when you speak about those teams that were ahead of you, the veterans? Who were the biggest inspirations for you?
I'd say it was the class 2 years older than us, which unfortunately they couldn't have their 2020 season, which is sad because I want to see them like finish out their year and have a run at states. But like people like Katie Pascal and Jordan Roy, I played basketball with them too, but their whole class with like Hannah Johnson, all of them, they were so close with each other, and they're all really good. So it's nice seeing them play.
You've endured and gotten to see a season that was erased, and then a season where there were sectionals but no states. Now that we have, God willing, this very real return to true lacrosse, where you are in control of your destiny and nobody else is, just what there's a wall, but that you have a decision as a team whether or not you stop yourselves, because there's nothing stopping you right now.
It's really exciting, and like it's really like it gives you like hope to like look forward to something and like work for something, because like you can't be stopped this time. Like you can give it all you got, and then like you can be the one that's the last team to win.
Sophia, for you to see a team lose everything, what does that do, and how does that stay with you to maybe continue a fire for this season?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not easy watching them lose their season, and it pushes me more personally, and I'm sure the rest of my team too, to work harder and have that unfinished business and finish it for them.
Biggest inspiration that you had that came before you?
Probably Sid Smith. She's at Wagner right now. She's a sophomore there, and she's someone I've always looked up to from as long as I can remember.
As you go through this season, how can you be an inspiration? How can you leave your legacy?
You know, I just hope to be a good teammate, you know, and always supporting my teammates, and that's something that they see me as, and just always being there for one another is something I hope, just that team mentality.
3 words that you hope that these girls would say about you.
Hardworking, I don't know, determined, and I would hope they would say loving, but I don't know.
Okay. Would you say that? Do you agree?
Yeah,
okay.
definitely.
Said, besides being a redhead, I'm going to take that off the table because I know you'll use it. What are the 3 things you think the team would say about you?
Hardworking again. Not like, I'd say friendly. Maybe passionate.
Passionate. Okay. You would agree with that? That works? Okay. How do you leave a legacy?
Again, being very team-oriented, being a good teammate, and just leaving it all on the field. Like, don't like, just have your gameplay speak for you.
I can't show that. I can't. I'm not going to flip the screen here, but I'm going to take, and you feel free to cheer if you want to, but I need to show everybody what this looks like from our point of view. So, Sid, when you see the team, like, I mean, this is, people talk about family, right? And how it could be a family, we're pretending it's a family. Everybody says family. Why is this really a family?
because on season and off season, everyone's like going out to support everyone. Everyone right here obviously is supporting everyone no matter what. They're like actually listening and watching, and like they care about what you say, they care about what you do, and they actually
They won't
care
let
about
anybody leave because they're blocking all the escapes. So, but you know, this is something I've become used to. With, I mean, now with the lacrosse team, but really with any team at Beeville, and you're used to it with our three-peat here, is that this is what we get every show. The team is always together, always crowded around one table. I don't know who decides who gets to sit on the stools, but shout out to y'all for whatever that you want to do that. But there's always this, just they want to be as close to you as they can. And I feel like that in and of itself, when I see this every time, it describes the community.
Yeah, like the whole athletic community and Baldwinsville community is just so close. We have such good coaches and everything that like just teaches everyone to be nice to each other and be like good people to each other. And we all start to care about each other and become like this close of like a family.
Sophia, what can you say about is it like this for everything? Like if you were in the auditorium, let's say you were doing a show, right, and you were on stage, would it look like this?
Yes, these are the most supportive people I know, so definitely.
All right, fair enough. Well, it's time to play rapid fire.
All right.
And I know that some of you know this. I know Sid knows this. I know Sarah knows this from playing it. So, Sid, I'm going to have you go first here, and I'm going to let you ask me the question first.
If you could wake up in any century, what century would you pick?
That's an interesting question. You know, I would say God doesn't make mistakes, right? So if I'm here, I'm supposed to be here for a reason. So I would say I'm not going to change out of this century. I would tell you that I want it to be a lot better than it's right now. So I think maybe I'd want to like go up there, talk to him, look at it, figure out what we could do, and come back. But I don't think I would change my century. Although you asked me the question, so I'll give you some type of an answer if I did. I want to go back to when dinosaurs were around, and I want to learn how to ride a velociraptor. That's what I want to do. So I'd like to tame that. That would be like a win for me. So my first one for you, now that I'm thinking about dinosaurs, what were you afraid of as a child?
My dad sitting right here would always watch Shark Week. Now I'm terrified of sharks swimming around the ocean. Like, I'll be in the ocean, I'll be looking around for fins and stuff, and I don't know, sometimes a shiny thing will just be like, you know, like when he goes out swimming really far, I'll be like, he's gonna get eaten today.
So it's never left you, Shark Week. Does he still watch it every year?
Yes.
Still
He
watch
records
it.
it all too.
Records it, okay. With them to absorb that. And the thing is when I absorbed it, I held on to it. So I had to feel their pain for a certain amount of time before it releases. So the whole thing about the story is, what would I do as that character would I try to heal everybody? Because if you did, I could kill myself in order to try to help somebody. So I think that I want the power to heal, and I think that story of that character that I created, I really would like to see him through.
Oh gosh. I don't know, this is hard. Oh my god, this is so hard, I don't even know. I think Juliana, she always gives it her best, you know, so.
All right, she always gives it her best, I like that. Is there a song that she typically sings to the team?
I mean, I don't think there's one specifically. I think she tries her best.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Sid, what's your last one for me?
If you could change, like you could pick a color on the rainbow for your skin color to be, like red, orange, yellow, green, or blue, purple, what color?
That's an interesting question. Oh man, I mean, I was born in Syracuse, so I guess I would say orange.
Boo.
So, and I'm part Italian, and fake Italians, people that are not real, that fake and bake, they look like Snooki and they're orange colored. So, I guess I would say that. So my last question for you, Sid, is, wow, that was a good one. Okay. Besides, so we talked about Shark Week. What's one thing that you would never do? Like, let's say your best friend said, I want to go here and do this. The one thing that you're like, no, I'll never do that. Some people, it's roller coasters, skydiving, some things like that. What's one thing that you would say, no, I'm not doing it, besides sharks?
I don't know. I feel like I'd do anything if there was the right incentive.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay. Parents say it's true?
I don't know. If I could get bribed, I'd do anything.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Just have to have the right bribe.
Even swim with the shark? Great white shark?
Yeah, would you swim with the sharks if you were brown?
Depends on if he was nice.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, Sophia, what's your last one for me?
What is your favorite Italian restaurant in the 315 area?
Favorite Italian? There's so many Italian restaurants. So, I mean, we're talking about what, like spaghetti?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like your pasta, like average pasta dish.
I'd probably have to say the best veal that I've ever had is at Avicoli's. So I'd probably have to say Avicoli's
Yeah.
for the veal. But it's, I mean, it's really hard because like I like eggplant that's like shaved really, really thin. See, if you ask me about like pizza, the sweet heat here is incredible. If you haven't had it, you gotta try it. But I like eggplant that's like really, really thin. So don't tell.
Wait, don't you work in there?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I work.
Oh, okay. Well, then there you go. Shameless plug. So, my last one for you, Sophia. Where in the world would you go on a mission trip? And who would you want to help? Like, what trip do you think you would say, yeah, I want to go there and I want to help these people? Like, if you could go anywhere right now to do service, where would you go and why?
That's a hard question. Probably somewhere. I would probably say Ethiopia because my cousin's adopted from there.
Okay.
So I think it'd be really cool to see where she gets like her culture from and everything. So I think that'd be really cool.
What's your cousin's name?
Salam.
Salam? Well, shout out to Salam.
Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, this is part one. Sophia Ianno Syd Huhtala, my Tortora. And we have Coach and the other captain coming up next. So we're here at Pizza Man Pub, 50 Oswego Street in Baldwinsville, New York. And of course, make sure you always support your bees. We'll be back right after this.